We're all connected, brethren tethered by a common fabric. The steps are stretching, headed bottom to the top of palace. I cannot mend the scepter, top off, then I spill the chalice. Transform till the sun's up, shine on every beat that I inhabit.
Alright guys, so I'm probably gonna get cancelled for what I'm about to say, but Tom MacDonald is one of my favourite rappers of all time. Okay, so I've heard a lot of his music, but I've never properly reacted to him or taken a deep dive into the lyrics, on reactions. And man, he's got so many great songs to break down, so I just want to get started right away. So I figured I'd start it off with I Wish. This was released about 4 years ago, and yeah, we'll be reacting to the music video as well. I haven't seen this in a while, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay. I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
Right off the jump, beautiful video. So we start off just on a shot of this woman's face, and the first thing that comes out of her mouth is I wish I wasn't fat, and she's crying and she's distressed, and then it immediately cuts to other people and what their wishes are.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay. I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
So also, if you pay attention, you'll notice that all these wishes that they have, well, most of them except for the first one maybe, are things that they can't change about themselves, but things that bother them. Like the second guy said he wishes he wasn't gay, but he can't change that. That's his sexuality. Another guy said he wishes he wasn't black, and that's his skin color. That's what he was born with. So it's just these things that people seem to hate about themselves.
I wish I wasn't fat.
I wish I wasn't gay. I wish I wasn't black.
I wish that I was brave.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could stop doing these drugs, but I'm afraid. So that's an addict right there, saying he wishes he could stop, and he wishes so much. He wishes with every single candle on that cake. You know, when you have a birthday and you're given cake and you've got candles and you're told to make a wish. Well, he's not only wishing with one candle. He's wishing with every single candle, all of him, that he wishes he could stop doing drugs. But he's addicted.
I wish with every candle on the cake that I could quit doing these drugs, but I can't and I'm afraid.
I wish that I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could...
Ooh, that's Nova Rockefeller. That's Tom MacDonald's girlfriend right there. And she said something about she wishes she could grow up and forgive.
I was smart.
I wish that I was rich.
I wish it wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
She wishes it wasn't hard for her to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help.
I wish I wasn't sick.
That's a profound one. I wish that I could help. Sometimes you want to help people with everything within you, but you can't, you know? And so you're just stuck watching from the sidelines, someone else suffering, and you see someone suffering and you can't get them out of the hole, and you wish you could help, but you can't. That's a very real bar.
It wasn't hard for me to grow up and forgive.
I wish that I could help.
I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom MacDonald. I'd be just like him.
Aww, so that's a little kid's wish, and then it cuts straight to Tom MacDonald. And look at that beautiful shot by him. I believe this was shot by Nova Rockefeller, because literally all his music videos are. Let me just go description. Yeah, directed and shot by her. She's amazing with the camera, man. Let's get it.
I wish I wasn't sick.
I wish I was Tom MacDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness.
He wishes he wasn't sober because he misses when the party wasn't over. That's reminiscing back on his younger days and, you know, that party lifestyle. And now he's in a place where he's sober, and he wishes he wasn't, because in a way he misses those days, you know, just being young and dumb and having fun. But he's lived through the consequences of that, you know. We know it's taken to a great extent, you know, he's relapsed. We know a story, he's relapsed. And then he stopped doing it, you know, he beat it. but in a way, there is also, you know, something relatable there about just missing the fun of those earlier days, you know, just going to parties and stuff, and you know, sometimes it is still, as someone who's also gone through that, it's difficult. You know, sometimes when you are sober, it's difficult, you know. Sometimes you do miss the high, but trust me, being sober is the way to go.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner.
Happiness, yeah, that was right around the corner. You know, it was one grasp away. If only we could snatch it, you know. And that's also to say that back then, happiness was around the corner. You know, it was just you turn the corner and there it is. But now, by saying that, he's making it seem like so hard, so difficult to grasp now, that happiness, you know. Because by inferring that it was right around the corner back then, that means it isn't now. And, you know, God, it must be really difficult to be happy these days.
I wish I was Tom MacDonald. I'd be just like him.
I wish I wasn't sober. I miss it when the party wasn't over. Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old...
Every single night was like the best one of our lives, and now we're older. And that's true. That's what I've been saying about the growing up and the maturing, and, you know, and the letting go of that stuff that you would do when you were younger. And what's really cool is, I think here in the video, Nova has intercut, I think that's actual footage of Tom MacDonald when he was young. So that's just really cool to see, man.
Happiness was right around the corner. Every single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer.
Ooh, the good old days are out of reach, and I wish that they were closer. Yeah, that's purely relatable. Purely relatable. And another thing about Tom is, I believe he, like, makes all his beats. So I just wanted to say that this instrumental already, it's emotional, it's impactful, and it's heavy, and I love it.
Single night was like the best one of our lives. Now we're older. The good old days are out of reach. I wish that they were closer. I wish I wasn't anxious, and I wish I could fast forward, and I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller.
I wish I wasn't anxious, and I wish I could fast forward. So about that, you know, dealing with anxiety, he wishes he could skip over that. And then he also says,
I wish I wasn't anxious, and I wish I could fast forward, and I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller.
He wishes he could rewind, but they don't make that controller. So sometimes he wishes he could go back to the past, maybe to a happier time, but there's no control of that. That's playing off of the rewind and the controller, you know, the rewind button on an actual controller. He doesn't have any controller to rewind his life, you know. The past is the past. You can't go back to it. You live in the present, and that's it.
I wish I wasn't anxious, and I wish I could fast forward, and I wish that I could rewind, but they don't make that controller. I wish the nights were longer, and I wish the days were shorter, and I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel...
I relate to that because personally I am also a bit of a night owl. So you're saying he wishes the days were shorter and the nights were longer. So I relate.
I wish the nights were longer, and I wish the days were shorter, and I wish that I could sleep enough to maintain my composure. I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal.
That's such a powerful and I feel like world relatable bar, to wish to be normal, you know, because I feel like all of us at some point or other, maybe still today, even I still today, we don't feel normal, you know, we don't feel that, we feel like we're different from everyone else, and there's an alienation there and an isolation within our human experience, even though we're surrounded by people all the time. You know, it's that classic saying, to be in a room full of people and still feel alone.
Composure, I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself but also be immortal.
Whoo! He wishes he could kill himself but also be immortal. That's him saying those demons that he have, yeah, he still wants to end it, you know. But at the same time, he realizes that this life is a gift. So at the same time, he doesn't want to end it permanently. He just wants to act on that urge, but also remain alive, you know, because he wishes he could kill himself just to release that, but to continue living, you know, because he doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die, but sometimes the pain gets too much. He wishes he could just maybe do it for a moment, you know. But there's no going back from that, so don't kill yourselves.
Composure. exposure, I feel crazy. I wish that I was normal. I wish that I could kill myself, but also be immortal. Take me to the oracle, I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give me back my yesterdays? I'll give you my tomorrows.
Ooh, take him to the oracle, because he heard that time is borrowed, and he's going to give the oracle back. He's asking the oracle to give him back his yesterdays in exchange for his tomorrows, which is, again, reminiscing on the past and regrets and desires. And the oracle, we could perceive that as like God, for instance. And he's asking that favor. He said he would rather have what he's lived in the past than have whatever he's about to live again.
Take me to the oracle, I heard that time is borrowed. Can you give
And yeah, about time being borrowed. We know that time is limited, and there is a feeling there that time is indeed borrowed, because we can never get our time back.
me back my yesterdays, I'll give you my tomorrows. Forget all of my morals and just live like I cannot remember sorrow. Before all of the tattoos and the cornrows, I was different, I was happy, I was calmer, I was young and full of hormones. Now I'm wishing for a time machine, I'd step into that portal and be gone.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
Absolutely love that chorus. There's so much emotion in it, and the stacking of the vocals just makes it that much more resonant and just powerful. And the way the depth to the instrumentation just added on there for that chorus, you know, so you can feel it in your whole body.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe.
He said something about seeing shooting stars and then wondering if they're satellites. You know, just wonders of what we always wonder about, things that are larger than us, than we can't comprehend. And that's a beautiful thing about human beings. And maybe they were too far, those shooting stars and those satellites, they were too far for him to know what they were, you know, because there's a tremendous distance between us and the stars.
I must have blown apart a million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey.
He said something about, I think, feeling like he's lived a million different lives.
Million dandelions. Now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh, nah, nah.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was
Also, if you pay attention, every single bar starts with I wish, which, as a writer, you know, he's sticking to a theme, he's sticking to a concept, and that's something that's harder to do than it seems. That takes a lot of years of practice and writing, so to be able to stick to one theme like that, it's really impressive.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. He's saying he wishes that he didn't care about the day he dies. But now he does. He does. Because before he was living fearless of consequences. But, you know, now he understands the gravity of those consequences because he's lived them. And he knows there's people around him and in his fandom that love him.
I wish I didn't care about the day that I'd be buried. Used to live like I was ready for it, always in a hurry. Now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in...
Yeah, I really relate to that. All his memories are blurry. So all the damage he's done to his brain by use of substances, all of that has made his memories blurry. And so while he still has his memories, he can't exactly remember them well because the substance abuse has faded them. And that's really tragic.
For it, always in a hurry. Now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices...
He's barely turning 30. Think about that, 30 years on this earth, man. And those voices in his head, well, they're still trying to hurt him, even at that age. Even at turning 30, you know, there's still not been a resolution to that pain. But that pain is the reason that he can create this art.
Worried, all my memories are blurry. I'm just barely turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 30.
The choices that I made, yeah, they make me feel dirty. Sometimes, you know, to achieve what we want, sometimes we do have to stick our hands in the mud a little bit and filthy up. You know, there isn't really a clean, you know, path to success, you know, because life, it comes with ups and downs and turmoil, and you've sort of got to like take all of that in and proceed forwards.
And 30 and the voices.
Also, in the video, it seems like he's trying to start up this car, and this is, I believe this is the same car that we've seen driving in the chorus. So maybe visually the chorus takes place after this second verse.
For it, always in a hurry, now I'm worried, all my memories are blurry, I'm just barely.
Also, it gives me Back to the Future vibes.
Turning 30 and the voices in my head are trying to hurt me. The choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now the Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father and my sister, and a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones I'm missing while I'm touring the country for a living. Give me a hug.
He's saying he's missing like his family, he's missing his youth. He just wants another Christmas with them, man. Let's bring it back, because that whole bar was delivered in like at least 5 bars.
Choices that I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now the...
Yeah, when he was younger, he was hanging around with those older kids who were drinking and stuff. And it's like in an early reaction we did. Those older kids, they were influencing him to do what they were. And therefore, they were robbing him of his childhood. Instead of hanging out with kids his age, he was hanging out with people older than him. And sometimes those vibes just don't match, you know? Because those people are in a different place than you are at that age. And at that age, you should probably be with people of your age.
That I made make me feel dirty. I was 25 or 13, I was smoking with the seniors, drinking beer and getting flirty. Now that...
And that's represented in the 25 or 13, because while he was 13, his mentality, his emotional age was already at 25.
Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father.
Yeah, the Ativan is not working, so the drug isn't working. He needs something stronger. And what's stronger than the drug? His mother, his family.
Beer and getting flirty, now the Ativan ain't working, I need something even stronger. Give me childhood, my mother and my father and my sister, and a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones I'm missing while I'm too...
Give him a Christmas to make up for all the recent ones he's missed.
We're in the country for a living. Give me a hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it, I'm a...
Oh, there it is. That imagery there, that's childhood, man. Give him a hug. Give him a hug. Give him a Nintendo. You know, all that is just what kids yearn for.
A hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything.
And a toy box in the closet, too. It plays into that as well. And that's what being a kid is about. It is about that hug. It is about that Nintendo. It is about the toy box in a closet. I think that's probably one of the best ways I've heard childhood described.
Tour in the country for a living. Give me a hug and a Nintendo and a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'm a rapper like I always...
Give him everything he wishes he had. Then he stops himself and he's like, oh wait, I think I've got it. And he follows that up with, I'm a rapper. So what he wished for, what he wanted, oh wait, he's a rapper.
And a toy box in the closet. Give me everything I wish I had. Oh wait, I think I got it. I'm a rapper like I always promised them I would accomplish. This is awesome, man. I wish I had a friend to tell. I'd call him, man. I wonder if I jump.
And although he did accomplish it, at the same time, he sacrificed friendships to get to where he is. So he's saying he wishes he had a friend to call up and say, hey, I made it. I've accomplished my dreams, you know, and celebrating that success with a loved one. But he doesn't, because that was the cost of his grind.
I always promised them I would accomplish. This is awesome, man. I wish I had a friend to tell. I'd call him, man. I wonder if I jump from here, if I'd survive the bottom, and would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'm a jump.
So he's saying if he jumped from here, would he survive that fall? Would he survive the bottom? And then would everyone believe him if he told them he did that?
And I wonder if I jump from here, if I'd survive the bottom, and would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'm a jump.
So he's at a certain stature and height that would people even believe him if he vented to them and told them that he'd fallen? You know, because sometimes people only see like the material stuff. They might see your wealth, your net worth, your belongings, your car, whatever it is. They may see that, but that's not representative of how you feel emotionally. So to see those things, people might just brush it off and be like, how can this guy have fun? Look at how good he's doing, you know? But those things don't really mean anything when you're struggling.
I'd survive the bottom and would everyone believe me if I told them I had fallen? I'ma jump.
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh la la, I must have blown apart.
Chorus just hits you in the feels, you know what I mean?
A million dandelions, now they don't grow in my yard. Hey, ooh la la.
I wish we were kids again before.
That was a wonderful shot of him as a little kid, just on a swing, man, and contrasting that frame. He said he wishes he was a kid again, and that's I feel like we can all relate to that. I feel like in a way, yeah, we all wish we were kids again. And that's the beautiful thing about Tom MacDonald. He can make such resonant music that just relates to in if you're listening, everyone can feel what he's saying, because you know it's stuff we all relate to, really, and that's what makes his music so universal and so global.
I wish we were kids again before everything was on Instagram. Ayo, things were so simple then. Me, my tree fort, all of my friends.
Yeah, back then things were so simple. It was as simple as him, his tree fort, and all of his friends. And he even had a shot of his tree fort. And yet he also said about, you know, nowadays, you know, everything's posted on Instagram. So you don't even really live in the moment and enjoy what's going on, because there's a lot of cases where all of the things you do, really, you're just doing them to post them online. You're not even really enjoying them yourself, you know? And things were different back then because that didn't exist. Like, I fear for this next generation, man, because it's going to get worse from here.
Things were so simple then.
But that's why we need people like him to make a change, you know, in how people perceive these things. And it's because of artists like him that there's still hope, you know?
Me, my tree fort, all of my friends. Way back when on Beaver Drive, when the floor was lava, I could fly. Ayo, wish.
When the floor was lava, he could fly. Because obviously, if the floor is lava, you don't want to fall into it, because lava would kill you. So he could fly, and to say that he could fly back then, as a kid, that speaks to the ambition and the imagination. If when you're a kid, if you believe in something, there's no insecurity or fear there to stop you from achieving it. So as a kid, if you even strive to want to fly, you know, that could be, and with fantasy and reality at that age being so close together, you as a kid, maybe you could believe that you can fly, you know? Maybe it's as simple as just getting a piece of tarp and wrapping it around your neck and running around the living room and feeling like you're flying, like you're a superhero.
When on Beaver Drive, when the floor was lava, I could fly. Ayo, wished I was big like them. Never thought I'd want to be a...
And back then, my God, I relate to this a lot. He wished he could be big. But now that he is big, he sees that, no, man, I still wish I was a kid, you know? But back then, he was too lost in wanting to grow up and to be older and be taken more seriously. That him focusing on that robbed him of his own childhood in a way.
I could fly, ayo, wished I was big like them. Never thought I'd want to be a kid again.
Woo!
I wish on shooting stars, or were they satellites? Maybe they were too far. Hey, ooh la la, I must have blown apart.
And I think that line in the chorus about the stars being too far is making sense in a different context now. Because that could be representative of that very believability that we have as kids. And what I get from it is that he did chase those stars, you know, and And maybe he's still chasing them, and now that he's been chasing them for so long, he's realizing, you know what, maybe those stars, they were too far. He's such a great singer too. Dedicated, hang on, oh god, why does this cover up the video? Dedicated to my loving, probably mother, courageous father, brilliant sister, beautiful girlfriend, and all of his wonderful fans. He's dedicated it to us. How beautiful. Wow, man, that was incredible. What an amazing song, and a powerful song, and a very relatable song for everyone, I feel. I can't wait to do more Tom MacDonald. I know, I'm late to the Tom MacDonald game YouTube-wise, but I've been watching him for years. But there's no way I'm starting a reaction channel and I'm not doing Tom MacDonald, because, oh my god, why do people hate this man? Like, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And yes, we'll be reacting to the more controversial stuff too. But even then, if you're paying proper attention to what he's saying, me personally, I don't really see anything wrong with it. But that's all I'm going to say for now. Please don't cancel me. Alright, that was I Wish by Tom MacDonald. I'll see you guys later. Peace.